There we go. Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. Happy Sunday. It's good to see you guys. I wanted to pop in here. The sun is shining in my office here, so um, I'll just kind of shift around. But I wanted to just get with you today. I hope you're having a great day. I hope things are going well with Christmas. I know it's a crazy time of year, so thanks for popping in and joining me today. What I wanted to talk about today is just this whole idea of trying to start again and what kind of comes along with that. Sometimes that fear of how do I possibly start again when I feel like I have failed in the past, diets have failed me. How do I possibly have that hope again? And so often what's happened with that is that we're just afraid that it won't work. And we have tried our different diets, our different eating plans, and a couple things happen. One is that just the diet itself wasn't sustainable. So we ended up not working because it just wasn't something that we could keep doing. And then the fact that we stopped, what that means is we never reached a point of maintenance. And that is something that can kind of be a mystery to those of us who have dieted off and on our whole lives or for most of our life, like me. It was like, what does maintenance look like? And so trying again was always associated with stopping a diet or failing or gaining that weight back. So what I just want to encourage you with a little bit this afternoon is how to have that hope of maintenance and what that actually looks like. So I'm going to kind of break down how we get to maintenance. So it looks like we have a couple people on. So it's great to see you. I'll keep going. If you have any questions along the way, please feel free to comment, and I'll try to answer those at the end if I don't throughout what I talk about. So what I thought I would do first is I wanted to give you this visual. And excuse the glare a little bit on my window, but what I really wanted to kind of point out to you guys is what we need to do is look at the context of our life. So if you look at kind of this is your whole life, this little part right here is actually weight loss. This little line, the WL, this is the weight loss season. This is the maintenance season. So it's basically the rest of your life. Now, just to give you an example of that, if you were to lose 30 pounds, say that that was your goal, or that's kind of where you're starting, all it would take is about 4 to 7 months, depending on how fast you lose that weight. A healthy weight loss is 1 to 2 pounds per week. So that is doable in about 4 to 7 months, kind of depending on how slow or fast that looks like for you. Now, imagine that being in this category. This weight loss is like 4 to 6 months, of your life, or longer if you have more weight to lose, say maybe a year. But then you've got the rest of your life for maintenance. And so when we kind of put it in that perspective, that this right here is just a small season of our life, of this weight loss season, and then we get so much more freedom here. The problem is we don't get to this maintenance. So what I want to talk to you about is two key components to weight loss. If we look at what helps us actually lose weight and keep it off long term and get into this maintenance, it's eating in a way that helps us lose weight, which keeps our cravings at bay and our hunger at bay. And I have a method that I kind of show people how to do that in my fad-free weight loss method. We also want to have a balance of that food so that we have energy and we actually want to enjoy food. That's what it's there for. So the other thing is that a key component to weight loss is our strategy. So we have to not only learn how to eat, but we have to learn how to change. We have to learn how to change those behaviors. So keeping those things in mind, there's 3 phases of weight loss when you're on a journey of weight loss. And the first one is called preparation. Now, in preparation, this is kind of your time to learn what is it that I'm going to do, how am I going to lose weight. You take time to research, you take time to learn, and like if it's a program like mine, it's okay, how do I eat? What do I eat? How often do I eat? What kinds of foods? What kinds of recipes will keep me satisfied? And then you're looking at your why. The other thing is, what is it? Why am I losing weight? what is my long-term reason for that? That I want to be healthy, that I want to play with my kids. It's all those things. And then you have your goals that's in this preparation phase. And these are realistic goals, right? These are the things that you determine through a really good method that are achievable, realistic goals. And then you, again, you have your learning that we talked about too. So these are the things that you kind of have in the preparation stage. The next stage you would actually move into is actually the weight loss stage, right? So this is where you're actually taking action on what you've prepared in here. Now, you wouldn't, most people, the problem is that they start with weight loss and they start taking action before they're ready, before they've kind of taken the time to go through all of this. But once you've done that, you can move into the weight loss. And this is you implementing the plan that you've created over here, all the things you've learned, this you've spent time on it, you've figured out how's this going to fit in my life. Well, now I'm in this phase. So what I'm doing is yes, I'm eating less, right? And that looks a certain way based on how I help people do that. But, you know, it's still satisfying food. It keeps me enjoying food, but yes, I'm eating less. That's the reality, right? But in a way that keeps my hunger at bay and my cravings satisfied. And then again, I'm also learning in weight loss, right? I'm learning what worked for me, what didn't, what are my obstacles, where did I have a setback and I need to evaluate that and kind of work through that. What foods work best for my body, what gives me energy, how much do I need for my energy and exercise. This is a phase of learning, right? I'm learning what works. And then the biggest thing about this is a season, okay? Weight loss is a season. You're not always going to be here where you're eating less and all of that. This is a season and we can kind of like keep our mindset around that. It helps a lot here when we're saying no to foods, when we're at a family gathering and we're cutting back a little bit, or we say no thank you on dessert. It's a season, right? It's a few months, maybe a year of your life, right? So then the last phase is maintenance. And this is where I want you just to find hope. Like this is literally our hope in this journey, because this is what we're working toward, right? Now it's not a one and done thing. Like we get here and we never have to stop growing, learning, tweaking. But what you're going to find here in maintenance, and this should give you a lot of hope, is you get to eat more. Okay, you get to eat more. When you're in weight loss, yes, you're cutting back, you're eating less. You get to eat more. So you get to look forward to that when you're in the weight loss mode. This isn't forever. I will be at maintenance, and actually you're going to need to eat more food because you're not going to be in a deficit anymore. You're going to need to eat more than you were eating here in this journey, right? And so then there's flexibility. This is huge for I want to go out to dinner with friends, family. I want to go to a barbecue, birthday party. Now you have flexibility in maintenance. Because you get to eat more, you're thinking, oh, do I want to enjoy a slice of cake today? Do I want to go out with my family on the weekend and have a hamburger? Like you get to have more flexibility in your life from all that you did right here, right? And then you get to choose. You're at a point where you're not thinking about food all the time, or should I eat something, should I not? Like you have flexibility. Right there is just a sense of peace and freedom. Which leads me to the last one. This is freedom. Freedom right here is peace with food, peace around food, peace with decisions, because you're not all the time sitting there thinking, should I eat it? Should I not? Should I be cutting this out? Should I, you've got freedom. You've got a pattern that you've developed over time. You have good habits now. These good habits have been automated because of what you did in the weight loss, right? So now you have these great habits that are just natural to you, where back here you're having to think about those next good habits. You're having to struggle over how much should I eat? Should I eat a burger or not when I go out? Should how many calories should I eat? You're like right here. Well, then you go through this phase and then you get to maintenance, and you have got all of these things as second nature habits. And so I just want to give you that hope today that what it means when you risk trying again is it means that if you do this correctly and you can look at your life from a perspective of like, yes, I can commit here, I can commit, I can do this. I'm going to look at this as a learning phase and then look at the rest of my life. I get to maintain. I'm not in this phase of, cutting back, learning new habits, some of those things where we quit, right? We quit in weight loss. We quit before we get to the maintenance. And the maintenance is where you find the freedom. So I just want to encourage you with that. And, if you would like some help in this area, I'm going to put the link to my discovery call, and you can just set up something that works with your schedule. If you'd like to do that and just talk to me about where your struggles are, your obstacles, and we can look at that. And we have some women starting in January with the fad-free weight loss method, which will teach you these phases and exactly what to do in each one. So great talking with you. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time.